Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, good morning, John. I'm doing great. It's beautiful weather this week.
Yeah, it's nice now.
Nice to be outside.
Had that weird weather that blew through last week, and there was like power outages and trees down, and we're going to kind of talk about that because when you're having issues in your body, it's kind of the same type of thing, isn't it? Where there could be something cutting off the feeling to a foot or to a whatever. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I get that question a lot. It's like, well, how does our body work? Or why is chiropractic important? Or how is it going to help? Well, your body is based on a bunch of electrical impulses, right? So your brain needs to communicate with your body, and your body needs to communicate that to your brain. But just like any sort of communication system, it can get broken up. Yeah. So we're talking about the storm last week. Well, how many of you are without power? Yeah. You know, I know a couple of people, they were without power for a couple of days. Oh, yeah. You know, they were up by Chester, Madison, that area that got hit really hard. Well, they could go to their power box and try to, flip the breakers, keep flipping switches, but until their power actually got restored to their house, their, stuff wasn't going to work. Mm-hmm. So if there was a tree down on a power line somewhere, well, until that tree gets moved and the power line fixed, doesn't matter how long you wait, it's not just going to come back until something happens to correct that issue.
And you could come up with a short-term fix, like take an aspirin or something. That'd be like getting a generator. You're going to fix it short-term, but you still have the problem.
Or so candles or flashlights.
Yeah, so until you remove that limb from the line and actually fix that, so it'd be the same thing. You come in and you fix that block, whatever's blocking the path. Same type of thing.
Exactly, yeah. And in our body, what causes a lot of those problems is the segments in our spine, because they're so movable and mobile that they can shift out of alignment from different stressors like life, work, family, physical stressors, slips, falls, car accidents,
cleaning up storm damage.
Yeah, all these different things that can cause those muscles to pull the bones out of alignment in our spine. Well, that's going to start putting pressure on those nerves, causing inflammation and irritation. That's going to slow down those messages that can lead to problems. And we don't always notice it right away because it's usually kind of small to start with, but it gets bigger and bigger and bigger over time. And then we start having issues. We're like, well, where did this come from? Well, it wasn't always something big. Sometimes it can be little things that just continue to get worse. It's kind of like a Jenga tower. You ever play Jenga?
Oh, yeah. I used to love playing Jenga.
But, you start pulling those blocks out, and you don't realize you're about to lose when you pull that last block out until the thing falls over. Yeah. Well, hindsight's 20/20. Be like, man, I should have picked a different block, but too late now. It's knocked over. That happens in our body all the time. People are like, oh, I just woke up one day and it started hurting, or I think I slept wrong. Yeah. Well, it wasn't always that one thing.
It's a bunch of things all together that finally that one thing was the last thing.
Yeah, and it a lot of times doesn't get better on its own. Sometimes it stays the same or it gets worse. So, people that are ready to actually start looking at making changes to their health, a good idea maybe to see a chiropractor and see what's going on in your body.
If somebody listening is going, I don't have a chiropractor and I've always been interested in this, but I just don't have one, they could come to you guys at Balanced Life Chiropractic. What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, we'd love to sit down and chat with them and let them know how we can help. They can give us a call at 605-215-1785 or shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic.
You can find them online as well. Their website, balancedlifesd.com.